Void303 and welcome back to Pokemon Snakewood. In the last episode we took on the first two members of the new and I would say improved Elite Four. I've forgotten the name of the first girl already. Caitlin, that was her name, and this was Benny. This episode I've set Scott to the front of the party because of reasons, which you will find out momentarily. And yes, as you can probably see if you... well, I don't know if you did guess, but it was Glacia, the only surviving remaining member of the Elite Four. I'm Glacia. I came here from far away, but ended up staying. I was too strong for the zombies to get, so let's see if you're any good. And yes, Glacia was the only surviving member of the Elite Four, if I'd like to say that sentence anymore. And that is indeed the reason why I wanted to lead off with Scott, seeing as though he is a fighting type. And now here's where the main draw of him comes in. Belly Drum, even though it cuts half of your attack, it maximises your attack. So I was going to say providing we survive this next turn, but going by Hail I'm assuming we will do. Now that we have maximised our attack, we can simply pretty much Mach Punch and destroy everything in one hit of hers. Ta-da! So unless she has a magical Pokemon that's resilient to fighting types, somehow I don't think she's going to be beating us anytime soon. So let us Mach Punch once again, basically, even though that's... I assume, maybe except for one or two Pokemon, if she goes for like super strong, then this is just going to be Mach Punching everything. Walrein, I'm hoping we can hold on with 14 levels higher with maximised attack. So I'd assume we can manage. And indeed we can manage, which is fine with me. Next up is Cloyster. So defences are getting a little bit higher, so I shall go for Sky Uppercut just in case. I'm guessing that Mach Punch probably still would have worked, but I didn't want to take any chances anyway. Anyway. And I do apologise if you can hear some kind of whirring in the background. There is construction going on outside for reasons. But last up she has an Articuno, so I think I made a good choice in maximising our attack. So I'm hoping Sky Uppercut will finish the job, even though it won't be super effective thanks to it being half flying type. And, oh god, wow. So I'm guessing I didn't even need the super effective hit, seeing as though we got a decent critical hit. Your spirit burns with fiery passion. How can I stand against such pure flame? I don't know, but she gave us 25 grand, which is I'm sure more than they ever gave us. Go on to the next room. Indigo is waiting for you. Right. And after that, Force of Destruction, I figure full restore is what I'm going to need for Scott. Yes. I forgot the name that I gave Scott for a moment there. But in place of Drake we have... no, we don't have Scott, we have Indigo. I'm just taking a quick look over my team and just wondering what I'm wanting to start with. And I think I'm going to go for the same and start with Scott again. I am Indigo, the Thunder King. With the power of the sky I'll strike you down. Is he a reference to something? I mean, going by that sprite with a guy with no legs, I'm assuming that may be a reference to something. I don't know if it is. I'll probably have to look it up whether it is, and even though I said I have, I'll probably do like I do every other time and just never look it up again, because I simply forget. But I'm going to go for the Belly Drum and hope we can withstand this discharge, which we luckily can. So I am going to full restore just for healing reasons. And since we managed to, survive and not get paralysed, I think Mach Punch is going to be the way to go for this Luxray, seeing as though it is half dark type. Right, and so the sad sounding Minun is down, and next up is Raichu. I'm not entirely sure if Mach Punch is going to work anymore, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. And now, as you can see, the Elite Four's Pokemon started off at level like 50, 53-ish, and now they're getting up into the they're moving on up to mid-60s, so you can kind of see where I was wanting, well, not where, but why I was wanting to do so much off-screen training so that I could be so sure of myself that I would win as well. And I know Ampharos can be pretty bulky, and so that's why... Oh, static, of course. Because we can never get through this easily, can we? Zeb Striker. Well, if it has Zeb Striker's stats, we should be able to resist an attack. Especially if it's just using agility. I don't trust it. I don't trust Scott being faster than it, so I'll go with Mach Punch. And luckily that worked as well, wow. And finally he has a Zapdos, which I'm going to stay in just because we've got such high attack and hope that Shadow Swipe hits and doesn't, or a decent amount of damage. So does it work? It does indeed. So with basically no problems at all, we've defeated 2 of the legendary birds and the final League Master. So that's your battle style. Sorry if this is news to you, but I'm afraid I'm not the last. Now you've been the Elite Four, the champion waits you beyond that door. Which is, at this point, what we will be taking on next episode. So I will see you then for when we take on the champion of Pokemon Snakewood. Goodbye.